Now.
Rolling on everything?
Rolling on everything.
Perfect. Are we recording? Yeah, we are recording. So, just a little. Hello readers and welcome to Chanthology. Today I am joined by Chris and Isabel, the founders of Chanthology, and we're going to find out more about the origins of this company and talk to them about the hopes for its future. Chris and Isabel, thank you for joining me. I'm going to start off with a really broad question. Why enter the world of publishing? I know, Isabel, for you, you're a student. So I really wanted to understand where your interest in publishing specifically as a business came from.
So, yes, that's a good question. Well, I haven't always loved reading. When I was younger, my mum is a teacher, so I'd have to go into school early and leave school late. So I'd always have to be doing something between those times that school started and I was still there. So my mum would always give me a book and I'd have to read it and I'd get so angry. But as I continued reading, I had to find something that I enjoyed. So I would look forward to the end of the day where I'd be able to sit and read with my book. And through that, I really found genres that I enjoyed reading and books that I liked the author's style of writing, and my love for reading just developed from there.
And Chris, you're already a very successful businessman in your own right, but in a very, very contrasting field. Why the move into publishing?
Well, the world of business finance is very staid. It's not as creative as publishing. Publishing is very much about taking someone's arts, their words, and creating a book. And there's so many creative processes in that, and I really love that creativity that comes from publishing, whether it be the book cover design, down to choosing the fonts for using inside the book, what font to use for titles, how it's going to be laid out, and when you've got pictures in the book, how the picture is going to be laid out with the writing. So it's a very creative process, and that's what inspired me to look at publishing.
So we are currently sitting around the table in which the idea for Chanthology was formed. Isabel, could you let us in on how that conversation came about? How did we get from sitting around the kitchen table to the idea of wanting to go into business together?
Well, I've always been fascinated by business. Ever since Chris joined our family, I just took an interest in it, and I've always loved reading, and Chris wanted to start doing something more creative. So we thought together that it'd be a good idea to try and pursue that and go into something that I enjoyed and something I was interested in, and yeah, take that.
Amazing. And Chris, from your perspective, how did that conversation go?
Well, there's not a lot I can add to that, really.
Yeah.
It was very much a case of Isabel was asking me questions about business and made it clear that she really found it fascinating. She wanted to start a business. And one of the big things about starting any business is you've got to be passionate about what you do. And Isabel is very passionate about books, and I love the creative side of books. I love reading books, of course, but for me, the creativity was the big thing. So I know how to run businesses, and so it was an opportunity. It just seemed natural. So we just said, well, why don't we start a business together then? And that's how we came up with the idea, really.
Now, Chanthology is an interesting name. I know that before I came on board, I was unsure of the meaning. I searched it on the internet and there isn't an actual definition. So could you explain to us the true definition and the meaning behind the company's name of Chanthology?
Okay, I'll take that one then, as you looked at me. It's really quite simple, actually. An anthology is a collection of books, and we want to create a collection of books. And secondly, we wanted it to be a channel for authors to be able to get their work out into the world. There are many authors out there in the world who never ever get their books published. Their writing never sees the light of day. Some of those authors are extremely good writers and create marvelous narratives. So we wanted to offer a channel to those authors that would allow them to get out in the world and be read, and a channel for our readers to be able to experience authors they otherwise may not be able to get access to.
Now, you briefly touched upon it in your explanation of the meaning behind Chanthology's name, but can we kind of talk more on the mission and the kind of the goals that we have here at Chanthology and our aims for the future?
Well, as Chris said, we want to be able to bring authors who haven't got a chance to show their work to the world a place to be able to do that. There are lots of people who publish, but we thought we could do it in our own special way and really help those authors grow and flourish in their writing. Yeah.
Amazing. And Chris, anything to add?
Well, just one little bit is that our mission is about inspiring readers through exceptional writing, and that is really the core of what we believe in. It's about inspirational writing and giving people something that they can immerse themselves in and really get into in the writing that we provide to them. So that's a big part of our mission, really.
For our final discussion or talking point, I want to bring it back to the kitchen table. Now, our sort of catchphrase here at Chanthology is founded around a kitchen table, inspiring stories around yours. That is such like a powerful statement, and it's really grounded in the roots of this company. So can you speak more upon maybe your personal opinions or your thoughts on why it's so important to be able to share spaces with people you love and you care about and tell stories either of books that you've been reading or simply how your day has been?
Well, I've always loved telling stories, and when I was in primary school, me and my friends loved Harry Potter, so every lunchtime we'd recreate the narrative and add our own creative twist to it. And I really just think that helps children grow in their creativity and their love for stories, because if your friends are reading, you want to read the same books, and we really want to create that so children can be expressing their thoughts and their feelings on books and really just interact with each other in that way.
Amazing. Yeah, that's really, really important. That's a great point. And Chris?
So what can I add to that? We do this in our own house. We do this around our own table. We talk about the books we're reading, the stories that are inspiring us, the things we're learning from the books that we read. And that's what we wanted to bring to other families, to other people, books that will inspire them and have them really want to talk about what they're experiencing through the books that we publish.
Incredible. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for talking with me. If you would like more content like this, please follow us on all of our social medias. And if you head over to our website, you can subscribe to our newsletter where you'll get early access and exclusive info on all of our upcoming launches.
Thank you for watching.
Nice.